All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. We are here, gathered today. All right. Woo, there we are. All right, let's turn this down a little bit. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing fantastic. So we got the cords in. We got audio monitoring. It's all happening. What's up, Mike? How you doing, brother? I think I got this set up so I don't have to have this microphone so close to my face all the time. I don't know. So I thought we would talk about whether or not Elon Musk is taking over the fucking world. I think we should examine it and we should figure out what is actually happening. I forgot to actually send that tweet out letting people know on Twitter that I'm live. Not that anyone watches from Twitter, but if they did, it'd be cool, right? Twitter peeps, you're all welcome here. I'm just trying to get this mix dialed in. What am I doing? All right. So, what if it's not a coincidence that Elon Musk owns and has started the companies that he owns and has started? So let's start there. Let's assume that he is smart enough to have a plan and he knows what he's going to do with it. So, well, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. But maybe I'll change your mind, or maybe I'll change my own mind. Uh, but I think I have a pretty solid fucking thesis. um, hopefully the audio's good. Let me know if the levels are off or anything. I'm monitoring both the music and my own voice in my headphones right now, which is really, really weird. Um, I don't enjoy the sound of my own voice. It's not great. So we'll start there. So Elon Musk owns like a bunch of companies, right? Uh, and you got to think about the companies that he started and the order that he started them in, because I think the order that he started them in is a good indicator of what his intentions are. Oh hey, somebody retweeted my "I'm going live" tweet. My voice is a bit quiet. Okay, good, good, good feedback. All right, so let me turn down my headphones a little. Turn up my microphone a little. How's that? Is that better? Get it up to about halfway. Get the music up a little bit there. Now, turn the headphones down. Okay. Let me know if that sounds any better. I hope it does. It's nice to have somebody here that can actually. Oh, good, awesome. So that's what I need to know. So halfway up on the voice mic fader, and no, just a smidge, just a smidge more of the background music. Okay. So, and I'm sorry that my microphone is now picking up the sound of me touching it. I'm gonna try to not do that, but I don't know, man. I'm fucking fidgety. What can I do? So I think to see the plan for what it is, you have to think about it in the order that he started these companies. So, the first thing he tried to do is, what's the word I'm looking for? Disrupt. The first thing he tried to do was disrupt the financial industry with his PayPal, right? I don't remember what it was called. Probably, I don't know. I don't remember the original name of it, but Then, you know, PayPal ended up going really well. And he sold it for a lot of money, which he then used to start Tesla and SpaceX. Right? So when he started Tesla, he knew day one that he was going to try to make self-driving cars. There's no fucking way that he didn't go into that thinking, I'm going to make narrow AI cars that can drive themselves. But he knew to do that, he needed better batteries, right? So he also started developing better batteries. And when he started developing better batteries, he got smart and was like, okay, well, I should probably figure out how to fill these batteries up for free. That's a pretty smart thing to do. So he started Solar City, right? And then, all while he's doing those things, he's doing SpaceX. And, God, the microphone is just picking up. My chair is super creaky. I don't know if you could hear it before, but, man, it's super creaky. I need a new chair. Or some WD-40. I don't know, man. I just need to get my shit together. I need to get my shit, put it all together, and just keep it together. So while he's doing the Tesla, battery, Solar City, he's also doing SpaceX. And then he starts doing OpenAI. While he's going everywhere and talking to everyone who will listen about how dangerous AI is, right? And then he starts Neuralink. Because he knows that general AI is coming. He knows it's fucking coming. He knows it's coming down the pipe. And he wants, first of all, I think he wants to be the first person to get there. And second of all, he knows that humanity is fucking boned if they don't figure out how to merge with AI. So he starts Neuralink. And he's talked about this a lot. It's, you know, he fully expects that humans will accept an implant that connects them to general AI on a high-speed data connection. Then he builds Skynet. I mean, it's called Starlink, but it's fucking Skynet, right? Like, we can all agree that it's fucking Skynet. And he's also building general AI. So he's going to own the network that everyone uses. He's going to own the means of transportation that everyone uses, space and ground. He's going to own the AI that we merge with, the company that develops the interface that we use to merge with it. And he's going to build all the batteries that power all the shit. And he's building better solar cells so that he can more efficiently deliver the energy. He is already the most powerful man in the world, and people just haven't caught up to the power yet. That's what I think. I think that there's no way that Elon Musk isn't going to be the most powerful man in the world long term. I just can't imagine. And I don't think that he intends to do it maliciously. I don't think he wants to hurt anyone or do anything bad or wrong, but I think that it's fucking true that he could if he wanted to. And I think we all just have to trust that he's going to be a benevolent God. Like, that's where I'm at with it. So, that's my short but sweet fucking thesis about why I think that Elon Musk is probably trying to take over the world. Because he didn't do this shit on accident, and he keeps acting like he did. He keeps acting like, oh, I saw a problem, I came upon this problem, and I thought, okay, well, I'm a pretty smart guy, and I got some money, I can fix this problem. That's not how it happened, man. There's no way. There's no fucking way that he didn't start PayPal with the intention to flip that motherfucker into, like, a ton of power. I can't. I think one of the most awful mistakes that people make is they incorrectly assume that people are less smart than they really are. Humans are constantly underestimating other humans. And I think that the public's perception of Elon Musk is a perfect example of us grossly underestimating what a person's plan is and what they're going to do. Now, I'm not saying that Elon Musk is evil. Yeah, I don't think he's evil. I don't think he's doing this shit out of evil, but I do think he knows what he's doing, and I do think that he knows that he's going to be in charge of the new world. And that's where we're going. We're going towards a new world, and we're going there way faster than anyone thinks that we are. So, by the way, happy Father's Day to anyone out there that's a father. I called my dad today, and we got to talking about this. This is why I'm talking about this tonight, because we got to talking about this topic, and I said to him, I was like, Pops, I don't believe in Jesus anymore. And he was like, what? Why not? Like, he's not a religious dude, but he's like one of those people who's like, yeah, Jesus is a dude. You know, church is real. I just don't give a shit about it. Like, that's kind of my dad's attitude. So when I was like, okay, I don't believe in Jesus anymore, and he's like, what? Why not? And I was like, well, because we definitely live in a simulation, right? And I explained simulation theory to him, and he was like, oh, well, okay, that could be true. You know, and my dad's not like a wicked smart, like book smart kind of guy. He's a working class dude, but it's pretty easy to understand when you break it down simply. So then I got to talking about Elon Musk and Tesla, and I was like, Dad, you know, because he's getting his car fixed, and my truck recently broke down, which sucks. Like, Dad, you know, we're not going to be driving cars much longer. And he was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe in 20, 30 years. And I was like, no. We aren't going to be driving cars in like 10 years. He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, fucking self-driving vehicles are disruptive technology. And disruptive technologies tend to come on a lot faster than you expect them to. And I was like, think about the internet. Because he's, I don't know, like 65 or something years old. I was like, think about the internet. That shit just like showed up. It went from no one has the internet to fucking everybody has the internet. Like, right in front of your eyes. When you were, you know, my age now. And he was like, yeah, that's true. And think about my generation. I'm 37. I live my life attached to a smartphone. I am already a cyborg. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I'm already attached to AI. I'm already attached to something smarter, artificially intelligent. The internet remembers everything. I don't have to remember things. I don't have to remember phone numbers, for example. I don't have to remember the address at the grocery store. I don't have to remember the periodic table of elements. I don't need to. I have all of that information right now, all the time. And he was like, yeah, that's true. That's true. I was like, and if the definition of a fucking cyborg is part human, part machine, then I'm definitely a cyborg because my memory is a machine. And so is yours. And everyone watching the show. And that's something that Elon talks about a lot. Right? How we're all basically cyborgs. And I think that I think he saw that coming. He knew it was going to happen. And he moved. He made a move before the motherfucker's playing chess. He saw the board. He knew where the pieces were going, and he moved. And here we are. We're about to have self-driving cars. We're about to have Starlink fully deployed in the next several years. Once Starlink is fully deployed, it is Skynet, maybe less scary because he was smart and said we need to merge with AI and we need to give AI humanity. See, it goes both ways, right? It goes both ways. we merge with AI, we give AI humanity, and AI gives us superpowers. And then I want you to think about another technology that's only one major breakthrough away from being absolutely paradigm changing, and that's prosthetic limbs. If you pay attention to Facebook, if you pay attention to Twitter, or anywhere, you know that the development of 3D printed prosthetic limbs that are very advanced has gone very quickly, very fast in the recent few years. So what's the thing that's stopping prosthetic limb technology from becoming bio-upgraded modifications? I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, two things: advancements in micro-robotics and a neural interface. We're about to have both of those things. One of them thanks to Elon Musk. Now, I think Elon Musk knows that, and I think he realizes that he can't invest in every product all the time, and he knows that if he develops Neuralink and it does what he wants it to do, then he doesn't need to develop new prosthetics because other companies will do that for him, and people will upgrade themselves physically in addition to mentally. And once we have Neuralink and general AI, we're a very short hop, skip, and a jump to uploading our consciousness, right? Because that's where we're going. It has to be where we're going. It has to be. If you follow the path all the way to the horizon, it ends with transhumans. Immortal, digital humans. And once we merge with AI, we share a networked consciousness too. Right? I mean, we still make our own choices. We still retain our own ability to be autonomous and make decisions. But since we're always connected, there's very little difference between someone else making a choice and you making a choice because you experience things collectively. So, Elon Musk is building the train that takes us to transhumanism, and he's doing it at a very rapid pace, and he's not going to stop doing it. Is there a fighter jet outside? Oh, there is. Sorry, guys. That's loud. I live along the flight path for the Air Force Base that's near here. It's kind of weird for a jet to be going by at 11:54 p.m., but hey, it is what it is. So then we take and we think about, okay, well, what do the people who are close to him, what do they think of all this? And I will tell you what they think. His peer group don't like him. Jeff Bezos does not like Elon Musk. Bill Gates, I don't think I've ever heard Bill Gates mention Elon Musk on camera or in an interview. So, if his peer group doesn't like him, and we have all of this evidence to say that there's a big picture to what he's doing, I don't think I'm wrong. I just hope that he's a benevolent God, like I said earlier. Anyway, well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would take. We're only fucking 20 minutes in. What are we going to talk about now? Shit. See, that's my problem. I overthink things, and then I, take way less time than I should to fucking explain them. I guess it's a good problem to have, though, right? Like to thank that second viewer that's in here. You're not typing in the chat, but that's okay. You're here. I can see you. Oh god, that chair is so loud. I'm sorry. I did. I had a really relaxing Father's Day. My truck broke down, and I thought it was going to cost a lot of money to fix, and that stressed me out horribly yesterday. But today, I figured it out, and it's not going to cost as much money as I thought. And that's always a good thing, because I am not rich. I do not have a lot of money. I'm not Elon Musk. I wish I was, though. Handsome goddamn real life Iron Man motherfucker. Come here. Let me tussle your hair. I don't know why, like, I don't think Elon would be the fucking, I don't know, the submissive one if I was in a relationship with him. Man, it's so nice to be able to monitor the background music and my vocal audio at the same time and know that I'm getting an accurate mix in my ears. God, it's so dope. It's so cool. But oh no, it went bad? I'm sorry, dude. That's awful. Ugh, that's such a bummer. Why can't every dad be a good dad? Goddamn cigarette was trying to go out. Oof, man. You know, I need to adjust the noise gate. I've got a software noise gate on OBS, so maybe you're not hearing the chair. I hope you're not hearing the chair. Maybe you didn't hear the jet plane. I hope you didn't hear the jet plane. But if you're hearing the chair and the jet plane, I'm really fucking sorry. I'm still learning how to do this. Don't know what I'm doing. You know, www.fucking howdoesthisshitwork.com. If my real dad was alive, like my birth dad, I would call him and be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, still go fuck yourself." But but I was raised by a stepdad who was a really dope dude, so that's who I called. And my girlfriend's dad has always treated me like a son, so I called him too. What a dick. You tell your dad that I said that he should whack the microphone, that he should go fuck himself right up the ass. Don't be a dick. You didn't have to call him, but you were a nice guy. And you were like, you know what? I'm gonna try to mend these fences. I'm gonna try to fucking unburn these bridges. And he was like, go fuck yourself. So fuck that guy. People who do that are dicks. I hate that shit. Oh, so I got a new day job. It's a stupid one. I'm not gonna bore you with the details, but that's a thing. You know, maybe someday in a land far, far away, like Disneyland or some shit like that, I will make money doing this, and people, you know, will pay me money, and I won't have to go to an awful job that makes me want to hang myself. But the reality of life is that most of us do. Most of us do have to go to awful, crappy jobs that we don't want to go to. Modern life is awful. Modern life can suck a fat fucking dick, by the way. Oh, dude, it's the worst job ever. Basically, it's at a liquor store, um, like doing liquor store stuff. It's a shitty job. But I've been looking for work for a while now. So this came up, and you know what? It's money, and money's money. You know, this whole telling jokes, being on Twitch thing doesn't pay too good. You gotta pay the bills, bruh. Gotta get that cheddar. Maybe I'll become a rapper. I probably wouldn't be a very good rapper. Or maybe I'll be a beard model. Holla at your boy, nextgenerationretro@gmail.com. If you need a big bushy fucking beard and a flannel shirt in any of your ad campaigns, I will hold an axe, if that's what you're into. Don't drink alcohol, but I'll pretend like I do. I'll pretend a lot of things for money. Trust me. Man, yeah, we're gonna move out of the house that we're living in now, like the duplex thing that we're gonna move in a couple months, and gotta save up some cash. It's fucking expensive to move. Like, Especially when you're old and you got a lot of stuff. Fucking stuff, man. It's all over this room. It's all over this house. Things and stuff. So, it was kind of weird for me how easy my dad just accepted the fact that people aren't going to drive cars and the world is going to literally change again for probably like the third or fourth time. He's 65, so there's been 2 or 3 serious paradigm shifts in his life up to this point. I mean, he's from the age group where they still pay for long distance. He doesn't even have a fucking cell phone. I can't even send him pictures. Like, he has no idea what I look like because I haven't seen him in person in like almost a decade. It's weird. Because through social media and stuff, we pretty much always know what people look like. They're always taking pictures of themselves. Oh god, that chair is awful. It was free. I found it on the side of the road. It's a pretty good chair considering it was free. And that table back there by the bed, that's a hospital table. I've got weird furniture. My TV stand in here is an old-fashioned fucking school desk for like grade school kids. Like not like little kids, but like medium-sized kids. So it's like perfect height to be a TV stand. There was somebody selling them for like $20 on Craigslist when we moved into this place, and I bought 2 or 3 of them. So what do you guys think? Do you think we should have a dab? Dab time? Is it the next... Hold on, we gotta do it in radio announcer voice. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the Next Gen Retro Chat Show, live, we're gonna do a dab. Probably more than one. Remember, click like, share, and subscribe. Oh my god, you can hear everything on this desk now. Ugh, it's fucking awful. It's driving me insane. I'm gonna have to buy a better microphone. I'm just definitely gonna have to do that. I will. I promise I will. I will buy a better microphone. Yeah, I do too. I don't like to spend money on shit that I don't need to spend money on. Like my little broadcasting, podcasting, fucking live streaming setup that I have going here. I bought one thing at a time and just figured out like what exactly I needed before I bought anything else. And when we moved into this place, you know, we didn't have a lot of furniture when we moved in this place. So I just hit up Craigslist and was like, what are people giving away? And these school desks were super cheap. The desk I'm using right now, this one right here, is an IKEA desk that I got for free because some dude didn't want it anymore, and it was kind of crappy and not perfect, and he didn't want it, and I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I don't care if shit's broken. I don't care if things break. I just want people to love me. Oh, by the way, I got another follower on Twitch off of Twitter. So that's cool. I don't know if that guy's watching, but if that guy's watching, thanks for fucking clicking follow, bro. That's dope. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna have a dab. I used to do this live stream on Facebook a couple years ago when I was still making oil. My girlfriend at the time had or probably still has, a little boy, and he was great. I don't like to talk about him a lot because it hurts my heart, but every day, because I worked from home, every day I would put him down for his nap, and I would go on Facebook Live because I worked from home. I took care of the kids. I didn't go out much, so I did this live show on Facebook forever called Nap Time Dab Time. Nap Time Dab Time. So yeah, from now on, From now on, I think when we do dabs, we'll call it nap time, dab time, in memory of that weird little Facebook live stream that I used to do that nobody watched. I wouldn't have watched it either. It probably wasn't very good. It was just me. I set my phone up. I set my phone up on some books, and like I didn't have a microphone or anything. The audio was terrible. I didn't have any idea how to do any of this shit then. I still don't. I'm learning, but you know, it's all good. Like Drake, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now we're fucking here. Okay, so out of respect for your ears, because I cough a lot when I do dabs, I'm gonna turn this microphone down, way down, way down. And I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. Listen to that lovely ground hum. I'll figure out how to get rid of that, by the way. Beautiful Oregon extracts. Love that stuff. Gotta wait for this thing to heat up. Get hot, little dabby thing. Oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Lord have mercy on my soul. Oh, Lord. Okay. Every time I think I'm done. Now we can talk about aliens. Aliens and shit. And yes, you did. I think we talked about how fucking hot Arkansas is. Crazy hot, bro. Crazy hot in Arkansas. Whew, man. That shit's heavy. Heavy duty. Share. Share. Smoke. All the cool kids are doing it, okay, guys? All the cool kids are hanging out under the bleachers. And they're smoking pot, okay? So don't fucking judge me. Okay? I'm just living my best life. Speaking of my best life, they have cinnamon sugar flavored donuts now. The crunchy kind. Went to the grocery store earlier. And you better believe your boy copped some of them. And they good. They good. Not for the faint of heart. Ladies and gentlemen, not for the faint of heart. So, Mike's moving to Arkansas. Elon Musk is taking over the world. Where I am today is Sunday, June. What is it? June 17th. No, 16th. I guess now it's technically Monday. Hey, I'm in the same day as Mike. Over there in Japan. So what should we talk about now? I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so lost. I don't know what to do with my life. Oh. Good lord. Oh, by the way, you know, I've been watching a guy on YouTube lately called Gus Johnson. I'm sure everyone's heard of him, but if you haven't, go watch his shit. He's really famous, though. Way more famous than me. But he's got some really funny stuff. If you're into that, if you're into laughing recreationally, then that's the place to go do it. Whew. Oh, by the way, my folk songs, my record of folk songs about serial killers will be out soon on Google Play, so check that out. It's not true. It's not true. But I do sing folk songs about serial killers, though. That is true. I do that. Never recorded it though, or did it in front of anyone, but I think it's kind of funny. I think weird shit is funny, man. And it's okay to think weird shit is funny. Like, there's nothing wrong with liking weird shit, bro. There's a mosquito. Oh my god, it's a giant mosquito. Must have flown in the open window. Ugh. I don't like it. So, I'm gonna start doing this new job thing this week. And, you know, hopefully it's not too terrible. I don't hate it too much. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't drink alcohol. So, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna do that. I just have to figure out how to do that first. So, I need a lot of things to make that happen. So, first of all, I have to have like a kind of a press kit type situation. Need some headshots, need some promo pictures, and I need video footage of me doing my material, so I can send that out to club owners and bookers, and try to get booked. And I also need I need to save upfront money. So, like, you know, just in case. So I'm not going out there like depending on, you know, what if a gig stiffs me and I'm like depending on that for gas, or like a hotel room. Get in on what? Going on a comedy tour? Well, pretty much exactly how I'm describing. So you gotta have all that stuff like lined up, or have an agent or a manager. If you've already got an agent or a manager, then sometimes you don't necessarily have to have the like introductory sort of package, because your manager is probably taking care of that kind of stuff for you. I don't have those things. I don't have an agent or a manager or anything like that. So I gotta get that stuff like lined up and in order. So I figure I need, and I also need merch. You got to print up merch, and you got to have like money up front to do that, because it's not like selling merch on like YouTube, where you can just send people to like Teespring or whatever, bedazzle your fucking t-shirts.com, whatever. I don't know, man. I don't remember the goddamn company names that do it, but they let you like design merch, and then they fulfill the order, so you don't carry any inventory. So there's really no money out of your pocket. That's how all these YouTube people that have like 200,000 subscribers are able to sell merch, because that company takes like a cut from that. But so to go on tour, if you want to sell merch, and you need to sell merch because like you really need to, um, you need to pay up front to have all that shit printed, and that's probably a couple grand. I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet, but I would say like maybe 2,000 would probably be sufficient. I always do that when I take a dab. I forget, like, I let my cigarette go out. Don't smoke cigarette, kids. Don't smoke cigarettes, kids, is what I'm trying to say. So, beyond that, it's just booking the shows and then driving to them, which is fine. Um, can do that. Oh, and you need to have like an hour of material. That's another thing. Like, you need to be able to do an hour. You get cigarettes from the evil man in the Disney cartoons that like steals kids or something. The dark skinned Disney villain. I always thought that was racist as fuck, by the way, Disney. Like, all their bad guys are always darker than in skin tone than everyone else. Even in fucking Aladdin, where everyone's supposed to be goddamn Middle Eastern, the fucking bad guy is blacker than everyone else. And what the fuck is with everyone in Aladdin being white? Like the cartoon. I haven't seen the movie. I'm not gonna watch the movie. But like, everyone in Aladdin was like a sort of tan. Like they had been at the pool for a weekend. They went on vacation. Fucking Disney's so racist. And now Disney owns Star Wars. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how fucked up it is that Disney owns Star Wars? Jesus. Like, leave the shit that I love alone, Disney. You're an evil corporation. You're bad. You're bad for humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, Walt Disney was anti Semitic. It's true. It's true. Didn't like Jewish people. Didn't like them at all. Neither did Henry Ford. Henry Ford was very, very. Henry. Here's a fun fact if you didn't know already. Henry Ford won the highest civilian award given by the Nazi Party. I don't remember the name of the award, but it's like the best medal that you can get if you're not like in the military. He didn't even live in fucking Germany. He wasn't even fucking German. He just hated Jewish people so much that Hitler was like, respect, bro. Oh yeah, they had some really racist shit back in the day. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. And you know what? I'm old enough. I've seen that. I watched that shit when I was a kid. And I remember it. I also remember fucking blackface TV. That shit was in reruns when I was a kid in the 80s. No, man, they hide that shit. They don't want people to know about their dirty racist past. But their connection with the Nazis is like the most damning. But I don't know. People seem to focus on the other racist stuff, which is also bad. But like the Nazi connection, like World War II Nazi connection, not like Donald Trump Nazi connection. Um, pretty damning. Pretty fucking awful. Throwing that out there. But like, yeah, man, it's really confusing. It is. It is. Like if you see it now, they're like if if you're raised with a perspective that racism is bad, like culturally, I don't mean in your family. Like I hope that your family weren't racists, but like back in the day, racism was normal, and white people just hid it. They just didn't say racist shit in front of people they didn't know if they were racist or not. And that was weird. That was a really weird time to be a fucking white person. What was that sound? I don't know. I don't know what that sound was. Cat's fucking coming in and out being a dick. Oh, yep. He's down there eating his food. Man, I did a shitty job putting my hair up. I just saw that. I gotta stop looking at myself. God damn it. It's so hard. That's what she said. So, yeah. Fucking. Everybody was a Nazi back in the day. They tried to hide it, but they were. Can't hide it forever, man. You know? And like we have this weird thing where we don't like acknowledge it as fully as we should. And that's weird. Like George Bush's dad and grandpa were Nazi sympathizers. George Bush's like George H.W. Bush. So George W. Bush's dad was the director of the CIA. Nobody ever mentions that. I think that's weird. You know? Like how do you think you get the job of director of CIA? Like legit. Like you definitely don't just fucking fill out an application and like have a cover letter where you're like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah. My experience as the manager of Burger King has taught me that it takes team spirit and on-time delivery to overthrow countries in South America." Because that's pretty much a kind of more fucked up Michael Scott. That's funny. Dude, I love that show. That's a compliment. Fucking Steve Carell is goddamn amazing. He is such a talented dude. And also, I love that. I don't know if you listen to Post Malone, but Post Malone's got this song, and in one of the songs, he goes, "God damn, I love paper like a Michael Scott." It's fucking great. So, like, you don't just apply for a job to be the director of the CIA. You have to have, like, done fucked up shit for them to be like, yeah, I think this is the one. This is the guy that we're gonna have overthrow Nicaragua. Right? And Prescott Bush was like balls deep in Nazis, bro. Balls deep. Like, Prescott Bush was so balls deep in fucking Nazis that I almost guarantee that he got a ride on one of those submarines that they took to Argentina. He was like on that bitch. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, guys, let's take a fucking cruise in our Nazi submarine to fucking Argentina. Live the rest of our lives." Which is the thing that happened, by the way. A lot of Nazis ran to fucking... Why the fuck am I talking about Nazis? I don't know, man. It's a fucking fascinating topic, and it's one of the things that I think we can use. We gotta fucking remember how that shit went down, man. We do. We can't let that shit slide. Like, especially the millennial generation, because you guys are really separate from World War II. You might talk to one World War II veteran in your life, but most of them are dying, and eventually they'll all be gone. So all you guys are really gonna have to like reference World War II and what really happened is like fucking the History Channel and high school textbooks and shit. And they're not gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna tell you what really happened. They're never ever gonna tell you what really happened, man. Never. And what really happened is a lot more fucked up than what they told you happened. It always is, right? It always, always, always is. It's kind of the same thing with technology, right? We can kind of circle back from Nazis back to technology. But the technology you know about is 20 to 50 years away from the cutting edge. That's I think, a very well agreed upon estimate. Are you from Argentina for real? That's awesome. That's so cool. Welcome to the show, Ivan Stable. You are welcome. You are among friends. Meet Mike. He lives in Japan. He's a fucking great guy too. So, like, hey, thanks for the follow, man. That's fucking awesome. We should come up with a thing to celebrate people following. I don't think we have that yet. Hey, we got a follower. Yeah, we got a follower. Okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on it. That wasn't very good. I'm sorry. But so, Nazis were way worse than they fucking told us they were, for sure. And technology is way further ahead than what they tell us it is, for sure. It's always like the more extreme, what you hear in the news, you should like take and just make it really fucking extreme, and it's probably a close proximity of what's really going on. I was watching these. I came across these fucking interviews on YouTube, and it was fucking crazy. It's these really raw, really honest interviews from people who like lived through World War II, people who were alive in the 50s, people who were in Vietnam, just people who experienced all of these things that the world has gone through and America has gone through. Because please believe that if America's going through it, we're taking everybody with us. That's just what we do. That's our thing. That's so dope. It's so funny that you're in Buenos Aires, because I literally was just like, Nazis took submarines to Argentina. They definitely did. I no doubt that a lot of Nazi officials ran to Argentina, and there's a lot of documentation and proof of that. So that's funny that you would actually be here from there. It's serendipitous, right? And that's what we are. We live in a world full of serendipity. And it's beautiful, and it's great. So anyway, I'm watching these interviews of these guys who went through this stuff, and it really got to me, man. It really did. Especially this guy who was talking about the Vietnam War. He described it in a way that I've never heard anyone describe it before, and it's real, and it's visceral, and I'm really into it. He talked about how the Vietnamese people hated him, and he was told by the news and by the army before he went that they were there to save the Vietnamese people. They were there to help them, and that they would be welcomed, right? And he expected to be welcomed by people. He expected people to be happy to see him. But the reality was they hated him. And the reason they hated him is because Vietnam was a guerrilla war. It wasn't a face-to-face war. It was well, I don't know if it was the first time, but it was probably the first time that an entire country tried to fight a guerrilla war. And we didn't know how to do it. So we fucked that shit up real bad, man. And since we didn't know... Yeah, man. Nazis were everywhere. See? Ivan, he knows what's up. He knows the deal. So the problem in Vietnam was we didn't know who to shoot at, because most of the attacks that we got weren't gunfights. They were like bombings and shit like that. And then the people would just melt back into crowds, and you wouldn't know who was the bad guy. So the army just burned entire towns. Everywhere they went, they burned the fucking things down. And because of that, the people who weren't combatants, the people who wanted help, couldn't get it. And it was a tactic that the Viet Cong used to control the opinion of the Vietnamese people and make waging a war on their soil nigh impossible. It's one of the most fascinating and horrifying tactics used in semi-modern warfare. I wouldn't call Vietnam exactly modern, but pretty close. And I think that's why so many people came back fucked up from that shit. But like, he talked about the contrast between what he would read in the newspapers, even the Army's newspaper, and what he would hear on the news when he got home, and it was very confusing to him based on his experience. Maybe I should start reading these messages out loud so the people listening know what the chat is doing. Actually, the father of one of my mom's friends was in the Nazi army. They sent his family here and leaves the war. He spent 2 years in a wood until wow, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Wow, that's incredible. That's such an interesting story to have in the like kaleidoscope of your life. That's really interesting. Um, so he talked a lot about how the contrast between reality and what was being shared with everyone um, fucked him up emotionally, and that he thinks that that's really what's going on with a lot of other guys that came home from that war is a combination of the PTSD. Man, this thing is. There we go. Gotta fix that. Um, the PTSD was made a lot worse because not only is his experience different from the reality of the people around him, because if you don't go to the war, then all you have is what's like on CNN and Twitter and shit. You don't know what the fuck a war zone is like if you weren't there. So everyone around him that wasn't there didn't believe him. And when you're suffering the trauma of doing such horrifying things because you were told to, it's important that people believe you. You can't deal with that trauma. You can't move on. You can't make a leap from being a broken person to getting healing and redemption without people listening to you and believing you. I think that's a really important step in the process for healing. And I think that's true. I can't speak from experience because I'm fortunate in that way, but I think that's also true for rape victims and people who have suffered, were beat up by their parents or any number of things that aren't war, because war is certainly not the only thing that can give you trauma, right? Like, we all agree that everyone's trauma is equal, and we don't have the right to compare people's pain. That's not fair. You can't go up to a person and be like, oh, no, 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 no. This horrible thing happened to me, and that's way worse than the shit that happened to you, right? That makes me hurt more than you, so you suck and I'm great. That's not fair. That's not how you treat people, you know? That is just that So, people are coming back from Vietnam, and people came back from World War II, although people who came back from World War II were treated like fucking heroes, and everyone believed everything they said. And if you notice, the percentage of people who came home from World War II and got on with their lives in a really productive and positive way is much higher than the percentage of people who came home from Vietnam. And that's not a fucking coincidence. World War II was not less violent or scary. The difference is when people came home from World War II, they were treated like heroes and they were believed. So they could work through that shit, man. You gotta work through your shit. Like, if your dad punches you in the fucking face as a child and you're an adult and you're a father, you remember that, man. It's in your brain. So it's important that when you talk to your friends or your wife or your pastor or your therapist, that they believe what you say. And if they do, you can say, all right, that's a thing that happened. Cool. I gotta move on from that. Mike says, I don't think I'm mad enough to ever go to war. I could never take a man's life. I don't think. And Ivan says, unfortunately, we don't have too much information about Vietnam War here, but we have a lot of connection with the World War II because our Italian grandparents. Man, not mad. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry, Mike. And that's interesting, Ivan. Well, you know, Vietnam was a fucked up war, as I'm sure you know, because you've been listening. But in America, Ivan, when people came home from Vietnam, they were hated, and hold on, let me turn this music down a little. I just got louder all of a sudden. So when people came home from Vietnam, they were hated because America didn't support the Vietnam War. The people here at home didn't support it. And in the 60s, we had the whole counterculture movement, the whole hippie thing. That was during Vietnam, and they were protesting, and they hated the guys who came home, called them baby killers, spit in their face, treated them like shit. Vietnam veterans were overwhelmingly prone to suicide, homelessness, and drug addiction. That's pretty much the gist of it, I guess. You know, I really recommend, if you're interested in the topic, check out some YouTube videos about it. There's a ton of great videos on YouTube that talk about Vietnam in a very honest way. And you know, Mike, I think that there is a positive thing about thinking that you couldn't kill a person. I think that's a great thing. You know, obviously, we live in a world that requires violence sometimes, and that's an unpopular fact, but it is a fact. There are people out there who want to hurt people, and that there need to be other people who want to stop them. But I also think that we need to move away from that as a society. I think we need to come together, like, globally. We need to, and you know, we can circle back around to, you know, talking about Elon Musk taking over the world and general AI and stuff. I think that once we have general AI and Elon comes up with Neuralink, we won't go to war with each other anymore after that. I think that's a fair prediction to make, because it's a global connection, a shared collective consciousness that I think will remove the need for borders and war. And that's a good thing long term, because think about fucking, if we lived in a universe that was like Star Trek, right? And we could fly around at fucking warp speed and shit, that would be cool. But if that were the case, I don't think that any aliens would want to hang out with us if we had like different governments and armies and shit. That would be too confusing for them. Like, who do you side with in that scenario? Like, if they were to show up today, right? And they're just like, hey guys, we're here, we're aliens, we do some cool alien stuff. Just go ahead and raise your hand if you are either the smartest or strongest, and we'll talk to you. Humanity would fucking destroy itself immediately. God damn. Gotta quit hitting this microphone. Oh, I need some water. Oh, I hate this chair. Oh my god. Mike says, I agree with that. There will be more understanding and love. I think so. I can't see how it would be any other way, right? Because if suddenly we're all connected to the same AI, and we're all networked, I mean, we kind of have to get along at that point, right? Like, how could we not? God, I love water. Alright, that came out kind of weird. Alright, so Mike, Ivan, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to have a dab real quick. I'm going to heat my fucking thingy up first. Ivan lives in Argentina. He doesn't know what dabs are. Well, you probably might have heard of them, but I don't know if you guys have dabs. You know what? I shouldn't assume your culture. I'm a dick. I'm sorry. I don't fucking know anything about your culture. So, maybe you do have dabs. You know, I've heard you guys grow a lot of hemp in Argentina. Is Argentina? Is that true? I think I remember reading that. Anyway, I'm going to turn the music up and turn my voice down so that y'all don't have to listen to me cough. I love you. I'm back. I missed you all. I hope you got along well. God damn it, it's just like last time. I fucking thought I was done coughing. Ugh. So, let's see. What are we doing here? Oh, cool. I play music too. I play the guitar. I also play the drums. I have a guitar right here. This is my Tim Armstrong, Fender Tim Armstrong Hellcat. It's a pretty fucking sweet guitar. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you. It's really special to me. It's not an expensive guitar. I think it's like retail when it was new was $2.99 or $3.99 US dollars. But it's the last Christmas present I got from my mom before she died. So, I've kept this guitar with me a very long time. It's a little... my headphone thingy fell out. Whew. My headphone majigger. I also have a Telecaster Deluxe that's hanging up in the living room. I love that one too. It's a Squire. Like none of my guitars are expensive. And then we have also have an old 60s Fender 12 string. All my guitars are Fenders, but that's like by coincidence. But yeah, it's probably out of tune. Well, there you go. That's how it sounds right there. Anyway, if you guys I don't know, if you guys ever want me to like fucking play a song, let me know. I will play you a song if you want me to. I'm not very good. It's like, fuck yeah, play a song. Well, I don't know. Let me see. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said I was willing to do it because I'm not sure how to do it. So hold on a second. Let me figure this out. I'll bet. Okay. All right. So first, let's kill the background music. Oh, that's weird. What kind of music do I play? Easy. Is easy a kind of music? My holy crap. It's not really that out of tune, guys. Alright. What kind of music do I play? Well, I just, I like Ryan Adams. I grew up listening to like grunge music. A lot of fucking Nirvana. Shit like that. Bush. Play some I wish I could play Jimmy. I'm not very good. Yeah, there's some of that. I don't remember the rest of that. I don't play very often, so I don't memorize stuff. Also, I gotta be respectful. There's people sleeping in my house right now. Gotta be a good dude. See. Polly wants a cracker. Oh fuck! I forgot. I re-upload this shit to YouTube. I can't play any of this shit. Fuck. God damn it. Alright. Let me just fucking play. I'll just make some stuff up. man. Some chords. I put some chords next to each other, and they made a song. Ted Bundy was a serial killer, and he ran around killing girls. Ted Bundy was a crazy dude, but he looked real handsome in his shirt. And he went to court and told everyone that was there he didn't kill all those girls. He wasn't even there. But Ted Bundy was lying to us while he smiled. 'Cause he's a psychopath, and that's what psychopaths do. Anyway, that's enough of that. Oh shit, I'm making too much noise. Alright, so that was a that was a folk song about a serial killer. Ladies and gentlemen, original content. Can't get sued for that. I just made that up. Anyway, yeah, oh yeah, let's bring the music back. That's why it feels weird. Can't hear anything. Can't deal with silence. I should, like, find some kind of, like, bot or something that will read the chat to me when it comes in. Especially since there's only, like, one person or two people right now. I hope it grows more. And with the cool ass motherfucking dudes like Ivan and Mike, it fucking will grow more. And probably not if I play the guitar though. I probably shouldn't do that a lot. I don't sing very well either. I'm a terrible singer. Oh, thank you, Ivan. Ivan says you will, man. Thank you. I hope I do. I like this, man. Making friends with people, talking about crazy stuff. I have guests, by the way, Ivan. Go search for Next Gen Retro. Next Gen Retro on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, and share. Also on Twitter, Next Gen Retro 1. The number 1, not the word 1. Because apparently some other dude took Next Gen Retro, which, by the way, if you're that guy, holler at me. Because, you know, maybe we can work something out. I'll fucking send you $20 if you let me have your Twitter handle. So yeah, so what I do right now is I do this show and I re-upload it to YouTube, pretty much unedited, exactly the way that it went out. And it just occurred to me tonight, since this is the first time I've had two people. I had two people in the channel chatting before, but like one of them was telling me how much he hated it. So I don't count that. Like he was there, and actually he watched for a really long time though. Now that I think about it, he was there for a lot of the show. Hey, thank you, Ivan. Thank you. You were my, I think, 5th YouTube subscriber. Welcome to the fucking family. Literally, because the only other people that subscribe to me on YouTube are my family. And Mike was my very first. Mike is my very first Twitch follower. Like he was the very first person to ever show up and listen to me talk and chat with me, and it's great. It's so much fun. I love it so much. And now I'm hoping to get back to a more regular schedule, like every other day. I don't know how often people want to watch. But you know, I thank you for by the way, for those listening, Ivan said, always trying to support people that do cool things. And thank you for fucking thinking this is cool. That's so neat. It's so neat to live in a world where I spent like fucking $1,500 on this all in. over the course of like 6 months to get all the equipment I needed to do the show. And, you know, man, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but if I have, I apologize. But I went back and watched some Joe Rogan stuff from like his really early stuff, like his first 20, 30 podcasts, and it was bad. It was really bad. So, if how good his shit was at the very beginning is a litmus test for success, we're in good shape, fellas. We're not doing bad. You know, we're going all the way to the top, Mike and Ivan. All the way to the tippity top. Singing folk songs about serial killers. Album out next month. Dropping on iTunes. Oh, by the way, I heard that Apple's shutting down iTunes. I don't know if that's true. I don't remember what the source was for that information now that I think about it. But if that's true, it makes sense because they can't compete. Which is fucked up. Apple showed up with iTunes. It was a paradigm shift in the music industry. CDs couldn't compete. So artists started making like special editions on vinyl and fucking cassette tapes and shit to make ends meet. And now Google Play, Spotify, Pandora, I don't know if that's still a thing, have come in and replaced iTunes. But Apple's going to be okay. Don't worry about Apple. They've got some money. They've been saving. They're very fiscally responsible, that Apple. God, I hope you guys can't hear this chair. Yeah, Spotify's taking a shit on everything. I subscribe to Google Play, because I do the Google Play YouTube Premium thing, and it's pretty great. I like it a lot. I don't know. I'm not sure, Mike, if Pandora even is still around. It might have died, but I've been using Google Play for so long, I'm not sure. So yeah, so for like $17.99 a month, I subscribe to the YouTube Premium Google Play music situation, and it's like the family deal. So it's pretty affordable. And I watch a lot of YouTube. It's my main like TV source, I guess, because I like to control what I watch when I watch it. And you know, the variety on YouTube, it's amazing. I do think that Twitch will replace YouTube though. I think that Twitch is still really young, and they're going to add a lot of things over time that will eventually make YouTube not as relevant. But YouTube Live is doing really well, so it's possible that might not happen. But I think Twitch is going to be huge. I mean, it's already pretty big, but I mean like fucking huge. Because when before, live streaming is a disruptive technology in and of itself. In a smaller way than like the self-driving cars and shit, but like never before has a person. I could theoretically stream 24 hours a day. Like I have fiber internet. Like I'm on Wi-Fi when I stream. That's how good my internet is. The last time I used Pandora was sophomore year of high school when I was skipping school to smoke shitty weed in the woods. You did that too? Man, I guess everybody does that. Ivan, my Argentinian brother. Did you ever skip school to smoke shitty weed in the jungle, which is kind of the same thing as the woods? Let us know in the comments below if you ever skip school to smoke shitty weed. As for the people watching later on YouTube. I hate these ear fucking plugs. They keep falling out. They're really annoying. I don't like them at all. And that's my story about that. So, Ivan says that he has not skipped school to smoke shitty weed. I think it's true. I think that's true. Mike says that he's missing out on key points of life. And I can't disagree with that at all. But also, we don't know if he skipped school to smoke really good weed. Maybe that's why he said no. Did you skip school to smoke really good weed? And the survey says... He's like, I'm not giving out any more information. That's awesome. Some gangster shit, Ivan. I respect that. I respect it. Respect. Anyway, so what are we gonna... Alright, what's Oh. I remember... Here's a story for you guys. One time, my buddy bought some weed, and we smoked it. Surprise. And turned out that it was laced with some fucking crazy shit. It was the only time I ever had laced weed. Apparently he knew it was laced, by the way, and he paid extra for it, so that makes sense. But, long story short, later that evening, we were driving down the road, and I saw a tree in the middle of the road, and I stopped. And my buddy is like, Bro, why'd you stop? Because there's a fucking tree in the road, man. No, there's no tree in the road, bro. You're tripping. You're seeing shit. You gotta drive through that tree, man. You're stopped in the middle of the highway. You're gonna get us killed. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure there's a fucking tree over there, bro. I'm looking right at it. It's really big. It's a really big tree. There's no tree there, man. There's no tree. You gotta drive through the tree. We're gonna die if you don't drive through the tree. Are you sure we're gonna die if I don't drive through the tree? Definitely gonna die if you don't drive through the tree. Alright, man. Alright. I'll drive through the tree. But I don't think it's the move, bro. I don't think it's the move. And I swear to God, I screamed the whole way through this imaginary tree. We ended up making it home. We didn't die. We didn't kill anyone else. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't drive while you're fucked up on psychedelic drugs. It's a bad idea. But in my defense, I didn't know I was fucked up on psychedelic drugs until they fucking kicked in. Which is a real dick move, by the way. It's a real shitty thing to do to somebody. Like, man, that guy wasn't a good friend. Guy was not a good friend. That's not what good friends do. Alright, guys. It's been an hour and a half that we've been doing this. And I think that this is a great time to end the show. I sang everybody a song about a serial killer. I talked about Nazis. I made a new friend in Argentina. I could not imagine driving on mushrooms. Mike says he's driven on mushrooms in the country where no one was at danger, so don't worry. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone who came and listened to the show. Remember that we do re-upload on YouTube at Next Gen Retro on YouTube. Go there, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, go on the Twitter and the Facebook and tell everybody, hey man, there's this fucking guy with a crazy beard and he sang a song about a serial killer and that was weird, and also talks about crazy shit. And like, I don't know, man, I'm not a good salesman. I'm not a very good salesman at all. I would not fucking listen to that guy. Don't tell people that. Tell people I'm really entertaining. Lie to them. Lie to their faces. So that's Twitter, Next Gen Retro 1, Twitch, Next Gen Retro PDX, YouTube, Next Gen Retro. Please join the family. Become one of us. And have a great rest of your night. I love each and every goddamn one of you motherfuckers.